Hi guys, Durant90 here. Ooh, voice crack, take two. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I'm doing another VR to UK KRAUT Gaming for my guilty pleasure cartoons. So, when I think of a guilty pleasure cartoon, it's a tough one because I kind of feel that, like, what is the definition of a guilty pleasure cartoon? Because I can think of some cartoons that, like, I don't know, I suppose from my childhood, I've watched them and I like them and I now collect it, but I don't know 100% if, like, they count as guilty pleasure ones. But I'm sure you let me know in the comments whether they do or not. But, like, for me, they're just cartoons that I will always watch. Like, there's not a lot of cartoons that I really collect. Like, ones that, I mean, I've shown, obviously, about Pokemon, Digimon, the Yu-Gi-Oh! DVDs I also collect just because I played the game for so long and I love the shows. And I've still got to get through with the newer ones that I haven't seen. But looking back, I would rather like play some of the I'd rather watch these cartoons and just be happy with them and keep watching them. So the ones I'm going to show you are just ones from my childhood that I really enjoy, are really special to me, and yeah, I just overall love them. So the first one we're going to start with is actually one that came out before my time. Actually came out before I was born. But again, it's something that I love to pieces. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Thundercats. Everyone wants to hold the Sword of Omens. Everyone wants to say it. But the funny thing is, like, this was such an amazing thing for me. Like, the first, like, I don't know, there's like several episodes across the first and second series that I remember. But there's after buying this on DVD, there were a lot of episodes that I never saw. And, like, when they brought out the second series on DVD, like, because I used to have a video of the movie, but it turns out, obviously, like a lot of videos back then, they cut out a lot of stuff. So when you actually watch the movie on the DVD box set of the second series, it's the movie is split into 5 parts. So it puts in loads of, obviously you get every ounce of it. All the stuff that was cut off from the video you get to see. And that's really cool. The second series is really, like, weird. Obviously it's so different, but then, like, it gets to, like, the second part of the second series and you really kind of feel like, you know, that it's as short as it needs to be. Like, it's that's sort of kind of the end of the show. Leading up to it. I don't really agree with the actual ending of the show, just because it's like, well, now what? Kind of thing. It's one of those things where it just leaves unanswered questions, I guess. Not really a cliffhanger, but it's just more of a, I don't know, what is it? What's next? Kind of thing. But I really do recommend checking this out if you haven't already. Again, I just love it. I absolutely adore it. Always have done, always will. Just amazing. Next guilty pleasure one, I guess. Again, if we're calling them guilty pleasure ones. I suppose we're going to go with this one, and that is Beast Wars. Now, this is the complete box set of every ounce. Wait, it's ounces. So there were 3 seasons of this in total. The third one's definitely the shortest, I believe. But yeah, loved it. You've heard the story about the Beast Wars PS1 game behind me and how I got that and how I enjoyed that. But watching this, again, it's like a show that I could just watch all the time. It's so fun. It's literally just because of the transformations and stuff, just because it is Transformers, that I do like the game, even though, again, obviously, it's not a great game. And just watching it was so great. Like, growing up watching it, and just I remember the toys. Like, I remember going to Toys R Us and you see, like, the toys. I think I kind of want them in a way. I think that's one of the things that I may collect as well. It kind of depends, because I mean, I've just joined Beast Wars Facebook group, and it's like, see people with so many different ones, and it's like, I definitely do want to get them if I can, like probably just the nostalgic ones, not ones that are kind of like that weren't even in the show or anything like that. But definitely something, you know, I'll watch and I'll continue to watch. But yeah, I love it. Again, it's a Region 1. Obviously, got Region 1 DVD player, as you know, so I can just watch these whenever. I do have the videos as well. I do have some of the videos of them as well in my collection of videos. So, but again, you know, it's just that, isn't it? But there was nowhere near all of this. There was only like some episodes from series. I think the first kind of. I think it might have been like 4 episodes short of the first series. I think that I have on video. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, definitely one of those programs that again will sit with me forever. Just absolutely love it. Where to next? Let's go with the 1960s SpiderMan series. Yes, it's pretty funny. But the only unfortunate thing about this series is that this is the first series, so 3 volumes, and they're great. You know, each episode is either 10 minutes each or 20 minutes, depending on if it's like just one big episode. So they're into 10 minutes, which was pretty nice length for this era. And it does incorporate a lot of things, obviously, like aliens. You know, it's the Marvel, you know, hello. All this typical villains like Scorpion and Rhino and Green Goblin. And other weird villains that you don't really often see you haven't really seen in a lot of different things. But what let them down to me was the other series after that. Because, like, in comparison to watching these, I remember watching, I think, the first volume of the second series, and it absolutely sucked. Like, instead of sitting there for like a few seconds watching him swing a little bit to then get to where his destination, you literally see him swinging for what feels like your entire life. It feels like, you know, you're sitting there going, life's too short, man, what's going on? Stop swinging! And then incorporate some random stuff, and it's like the sky is always green in this like second series now for some reason, and it's just really weird. Because I think I don't know if it's like a prequel thing, because I swear that the second series is actually like more towards the beginning of him becoming Spider-Man. I'm not 100% sure, because it's been ages since I've even tried it. But yeah, I still love these, and I'm still going to continue to watch them. I love them to pieces. They're great. Where are we going next? We've got the 1982 Incredible Hulk series. These for me are... This is really cool. Again, like, there was another Christmas present this year gone. What's weird about this though is like was really hard to get hold of. Like, my mum was like, "Oh, it was actually really hard to get hold of this in general, because a lot of these ones are just going up in price, and they're just scarce. Like, they're just nowhere to be found." This was about £20, I think. You know, for 13 episodes, it's not bad. Again, it's really cool. Like, there's interesting elements to it. Like, one episode, I think it's like one of the second or third episode, is like he actually gets cured, and then he has to like put himself back into the Hulk again. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good series, and I really do recommend it. But my favourite, I suppose, the favourite adaptation of Hulk that in cartoon form anyway, is the 1995 series. Is that the right way? No, it's not. That way. And the 1995 series. Again, like, you know, you see all the typical villains, like the leaders, like the prime villain in it. You've got, you see other people like Doctor Strange in it. You see Doctor Doom. You see Iron Man. You see Grey Hulk. She-Hulk. Fantastic Four. can't remember if I've said that or not. Ghost Rider, just loads of things in it. And again, it's very fast paced. It's great. Everything about it is really cool, and I enjoy it. I really think it's pretty cool. And yeah, again, like in cartoon form, this is definitely my favourite Hulk. I have watched the 1960s version, which is like very comic booky in that respect. But yeah, I think it was okay. Like, again, because it's the way it was, it just... I suppose it's because I'm not from that era, I didn't appreciate those kind of cartoons back then. You know, this was, you know, like nearly 40 years before my time. So it's very much, you know, take it or leave it. But yeah, I like it. And again, like with anything I'm collecting, I'm never going to get rid of it. So that's cool. And the last thing left for me to show is probably my favourite one of all time, and that is the 1995 SpiderMan series. This can't be topped. It's amazing. It's absolutely stunning. Everything about this is brilliant. I bought this as a Christmas present for myself this year. I said, oh, I'm going to buy it. CEX sell it for £105, which is what I actually paid for it. Just because, again, you can't get it anywhere else. You can get it online, but it's roughly the same price or more. Individually, they cost more as well. So it was just like trying to get hold of it was nuts. So managing to pick it up was nice. Watching it was a bit sad because with 20-minute episode things, you literally go through it so quickly unless you're in comparison to watching like other DVDs and stuff that are like 40-minute episodes of like real life things. Because yeah, there's only 65 episodes, and again, you see so many characters, you see so many villains and other heroes, and then you have like the season 5 stuff, all the big stuff going on. It's just very much the best adaptation of Spider-Man as a cartoon, in my opinion. And it's just so spectacular, no pun intended. And again, like, it's one of those things where, again, like, back in the day, I always used to, when I used to get something and then it had like a high trading value, I'd trade it in. But with these things and that now, I wouldn't, just because it's so hard to get hold of them now. Like I said, so I don't want to just get rid of them and be like, oh, I can get a lot of credit and do this with it, where I can just keep it in my collection, because that's what I want to do. Because you just can't. It's just so hard to get hold of, and I don't really want to spend another £100+ trying to get this again. So it's just going to stay in my collection now. It's not going anywhere. I think that's it. I can't think of any other cartoons really that I can think of. Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if this was like a VR guilty pleasure cartoons, or if this was more of a like talking about my favourite cartoon DVDs and stuff that I own. Like, I don't know. It's a bit of a strange one. But I suppose if I had to pick any like guilty pleasure kids show, I guess, if we're going to go that route, for me would probably be Wurzel Gummidge. Now, I'm not talking about Wurzel Gummidge, the remake they did, because that was shocking. I've not even watched it, and I know it's just shocking because it's just everything about it just screams bleh. Bleh. So, you know, I just don't want to watch it. But the original, like, again, before my time, a couple of decades before my time, he says, no, don't think it's that accurate, a bit earlier than that, I think. But yeah, Wurzel Gummidge I love. I've got all of it on DVD now. I didn't actually bring it because it wasn't a cartoon, but we segued into it anyway. But yeah, it's very much something I enjoy a lot. John Pertwee playing Wurzel Gummidge, the way his mannerisms and just the way he speaks and the way his character is reminds me a lot of my nan, who, you know, I really was inspired by, a really great woman. lost her 21 years ago nearly, and it's tough because I really would love to have kind of been the grown-up that I am today and just, you know, just been able to speak with her like I would now, but sadly not, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's a guilty pleasure. John Pertwee's portrayal of it reminds me so much of her, and it's some way that if I can't like speak, if I'm not able to speak to her like at this moment in time, obviously, then I'm just gonna be able to watch her through spirit, watching Wurzel Gummidge, and I think that is something that I will just continue to watch forever, like with everything, everything I collect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I'm sorry if it seemed a bit more of a reviewing, that's second voice crack, reviewing of the DVDs as opposed to like guilty pleasure, but these are kind of the only cartoons and stuff that I really watch now. So I suppose that's kind of it, really, the kind of cartoons I watch, as well as the Pokemon and all that I've mentioned. I can't think of any other like guilty pleasure ones that I've seen. I've seen so many cartoons in my life, like most people have, and I'm trying to think if there's any ones that I could honestly say are like ones that I would just watch and that are kind of like, probably not, you know, something that a lot of people would be watching now, but I saw it as a guilty pleasure. I don't even know off the top of my head, really. I got nothing. So anyway, guys, thank you very much indeed for watching and subscribing. Enjoy the rest of the day, whatever it is you're doing. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe down below with notifications turned on for my latest videos. As usual, guys, thank you very much. Take care of yourselves.